I'm sure that many of you have at least read a portion of the story on Reddit titled, "I'm a Search and Rescue Officer for the U.S. Forest Service." And if you've read all of it, then you probably know that there are multiple reports of random staircases in the middle of the forest with almost no human civilization in sight. I myself have read it as well after my own experience happened to me. That's right, I, Main Astra, had my own fucked up experience with these staircases from hell. Anyone who I tell about this experience calls me crazy, or it was all just a really vivid dream, but I know it wasn't. Just like my experience in the Demon House, which was the first story I told on my channel. Yeah, that was my experience too, but I've never gotten over that. So, let me set the scene before I get started. This event happened to me when I was 16, which was about a year ago from now. I live in the small town of Tazewell County, Virginia, and where I live is completely surrounded by forest for about 10 miles in every direction, so I never see anyone besides my parents and sister near my house, and there have been no structures or anywhere near here besides our barn and woodshed. One day, in either April or May, I don't remember which, I decided to go on a little walk in the surrounding forest. Before I went, I grabbed my dad's pistol because there are a lot of bears and coyotes around here, and I didn't want to be defenseless against them. Anyway, I left my house around 4 and started walking. I never really did see any animals except for the occasional bird or squirrel. I guess I was about 2 miles away from my house when I saw something about 100 yards away from me in a small clearing. There was a set of stairs. No house, just stairs. I began to walk towards them. As I got closer, I realized that there wasn't even a foundation for a house. Just imagine as if someone copied the stairs in your home and then pasted them into some random spot in the middle of nowhere. These stairs were old, though. They were made out of wood that looked like it had once been painted white, but a lot of the paint had been chipped off. There were 15 steps in total that were each about 4 feet in width. Now, I was curious about them, but normal curious me would have gone back home and told my father about them and then come back and investigated more with him. But I didn't. I just couldn't. There was something keeping me there. It was like this little voice in the back of my head telling me to stay. Then I got this sudden urge to climb the stairs. And I did. Walked up each stair, and when I got to the top, just stared out into the woods. I think I stood there for maybe an hour and just stared. I kept thinking I saw things in the woods moving around and that I should leave, but just couldn't. It's like this gravitational force keeping me glued in the one spot. Finally, I broke through the force and walked back down the stairs, but not with that regret and sadness, as if I finally belonged up there. When I was walking away from them, I kept on feeling this urge to run back, but deep down, I knew I had to get back home now. I was about 50 yards away when I turned around to look at them one last time. That's when I saw it. At the top of the steps, there was a figure. It was all black, no features, just a shadow. I felt a wave of fear run across my body. I began to back away slowly. Then the thing started moving towards me, gliding down the stairs and across the grass effortlessly. That's when I pulled out my dad's gun and fired. I don't know if I hit him, but if it never did, it never even fazed him. I ran. I ran as fast as I could back home. The whole time, this thing was behind me, not slowing down for even a minute. I could see my house where I am now, and I began screaming for my dad. He came out on the porch, and I raced behind him. He asked him what the fuck had happened, and I told him everything. I could tell he didn't believe me until we both saw the figure standing on the tree line. It was just standing, just watching. I could tell my dad was scared now. He told me to run down to the woodshed and get our gas can. That was about 3/4 of the way full. He went inside and grabbed matches and his keys to his ATV. We both got on it, and I directed him towards the stairs. When we got there, he told me to pour the gas all over the stairs. I thought personally that this was a bad idea and that it would anger the creature, but I didn't voice my opinion out loud. I did what I was told, and when I got finished and dismounted the stairs, my dad lit a match and dropped it on the gas-soaked stairs. They went up like a candle, and within an hour, the stairs were nothing but a pile of ash and charred wood. But there's one thing that unnerved me the whole time. As soon as my dad dropped the match and the stairs went up, I swear I heard something scream. Not like a horrified scream like I let out during that day, but a scream of anger and pure demonic rage. We still live in the same house, and neither me or my father have ever told my mom or sister any of this. We just don't want to frighten them. I've never seen the same figure again near my house, and I quite frankly never want to. If I ever do, then I'll update you guys. And if any of you have a true explanation for these stairs, then please tell me what they are. Tell me what they came from. Tell me what that creature was.